Hey guys, it's Hey Sophia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build a Netherrack house. So this will be the 6th official house in my little ugly block-ling village here, and it will be the 7th in my ugly block-ling series. If you're interested in looking at any of the other houses I have in my ugly block-ling series, I'll link it in the description below. A shout out down below to Roxy Gaming, Dragon and Sophia Stewart, who all requested that I build a Netherrack house. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be because it is actually very similar to brick, so it was very easy to put in a suburban style house. But let's get started. So the base of the house, I will be using the stone slab because I like the look of the grey with it. You want to go 9 blocks long here, 5 blocks wide and 14 blocks long. The front house measurements are the most important because it's the base of how the front of the house will look. There's a lot of detail on the front of the house, so you want to make sure you've got that right. You can make it as wide as you want. I just looked at by eye level for the width of my house here. So you can make it shorter if you don't like it this wide. You'll just have to change how the roof looks at the back, but that should be something very easy to do. So I will be going 2 blocks high and smoothing this out in a second. So there we go. So we're going to get started on some of the front house details now. So I won't be showing in my video how I do the interiors or the gardens, but I will be showing what I did. So the porch here, you want to be doing spruce because that's what I will do throughout my house. And I'm going to be using the white glass panes as kind of support beams for my porch. They're nice and thin. The white color really shows off still, it's not transparent. And I think it's just nice and thin. I think it's too thick if you use the columns or cobblestone, so it doesn't look nice, so you use the glass panes. For your walls, you want to be going 3 blocks high with the Netherrack and quartz columns in the corners. There we go. So I've sped up and done that there, so we're saving a bit of time. For the windows of my house, I'm using the white glass, and I'll also be doing quartz staircases underneath as kind of little ledges for my windows. There we go. And I think the white glass looks really nice for the windows because it contrasts really well with the Netherrack. If you don't like white glass though, you could always, I'll probably say go for a light grey or the clear. You probably wouldn't want to be doing anything coloured. You just want to kind of keep it neutral because there's a lot coming through with the Netherrack. My front door here, I'm simply doing the column pillars like in 2 directions to have some detail. So the bottom I've got little circle patterns and around the frame I've got vertical. For some more details now, the 2nd story floor I will be doing the quartz column again but sideways. This has the effect of like a kind of like a wood paneling look, which I think is really nice. Something I see quite common in American suburban houses, not all suburban houses but some, is that there'll be very like different textures all throughout the house. So they might have wood paneling and then they've got some rock features on the outside. So we're trying to replicate with that with the ugly block-ling. It looks really well. So I'm using the quartz pillars sideways because it adds a bit more detail and it kind of cuts through the Netherrack. On the undersides of my roof there, I also did some quartz staircases as kind of little overhang details. Now on top of my pillars, my little support porch beams here, I've simply done some upside down quartz staircases, and now I'm using some iron trapdoors to kind of have another thin level of white. You don't want it too thick and you still want to be showing off a lot of the front porch area, so the trapdoor works really well for that, especially because you're covering it up with the slabs here anyway, so you can't see the holes. And for the roofing of our porch, we're going to be going 3 blocks high with these slabs. So the reason I'm doing this is you get a nice slanting detail for the porch area, and then we're going to go up quite vertically for our roof detail up the top. So for the roof detail, I'm doing the quartz blocks 3 blocks wide and then a 2 block gap, 3 blocks wide, 2 block gap, And I'll be doing the plain block on the bottom, but then for around the window I'll be using the pillars just in this little shape here to kind of have a little arched window area, and then filling it in there. Now for the roofing, now we're going to go quite vertical, so you want to be getting out your staircases like so, putting some slabs here just to join it up, but that looks okay. Now we're going to be going 4 blocks high with these staircases. The reason we're doing this is because this is the second floor. I do have 2 bedrooms up here, so you need space in your roofing. So you do have to go quite dramatically high. 4 blocks high with the staircases isn't too much. It's probably about just the height that you want to be doing. I tend to see sometimes in suburban areas in Minecraft on the server I play on, some people go really high with the roof, but that looks really awkward unless if you're doing a specific style that suits that. So roof height is actually really important. I think 4 blocks high with the staircases is probably a really good height. It gives you enough roof cavity space to have a 2nd story bedroom kind of going on up here, but it's also not too much. Simply some details of roof for our little window coverings here. Just very simple ones. We're not going to go too detailed with that one there. But you can see how the front is really coming along now. We're just going to go 2 blocks? Yeah, 2 blocks back here with the pillars, because you will be seeing some of it going into the house, and yeah, we're just filling it in. You don't want gaps, especially because the roofing can't fully cover here, so if you go 2 blocks back, it fills it in. And now we're finishing off the roofing here, just joining it to the blocks that we placed the staircases, and then joining these slabs on top. But we're going wider at the back here, and then kind of going onto, back onto where the slabs were, because it gives this effect of joining, I think, and I just think it looks really good. It's another nice detail to make it look like your roof is really joined. So I did speed up ahead here. All I've simply done for my roofing is I just continued it on in this square shape. On the side here where I did my staircases, all I've done is filled it in with the quartz pillars right up to the top, and then I replicated that exact same shape on the other side. So I've done this because you can't just drop down with your roof. You can't just have the grey like it is for the roofing right against the edge and then drop down with more grey tiles underneath. A roof doesn't look like that. The only way you could probably kind of do, aside from making another triangle, the only way you could do like fix that problem is by extending the house out there if you would want to make even more room. I don't want to do that though, so I've just replicated the exact same style as I did for the front house section. So I'm doing the exact same details there. The roofing style is the same. I've got the same quartz underhangs on that side bit I did. But yeah, so I'm simply finishing off my roof now. I'm keeping it this one level height up the top here. I will skip a bit in a second. Now remember I said roof height is really important, so I think the 4 staircases is as high as you want to go, so because of that you just want to be flattening the top rather than making it even taller. A flat roof isn't the end of the world. I do see this quite common in Australia. A lot of houses will just go flat on top if they can't do a point. I don't really think it's an issue. If you really wanted and you're great at roofs, so you could also just add some more roofing details, make it more square. I will be adding another roofing detail in a second. So I think it's looking a bit bare here at the back for me, so we're going to make another one of these triangle details at the back on the other side, replicating the front one. So all we're going to do, we're going to look at where it starts. We're going to remove a few blocks because it's not going to matter. But all we're going to do is look at where the one on the front ends, replicate that around the back, and yeah, because I think it's just a little bit too white. Another thing you could do is, if you don't like the look of the roofing as well, you're still finding it too grey, you can add more of the details that I have, like at the front, the little window things you can see here. So you could add more little window pockets in your roofing as well if you would prefer that. So we're going to go one block back exactly like the front here. There we go. And I'm just doing the exact same at the front. So we're replicating it look for look with the one at the front that you can see in the distance there. So we're just going to go up and up and up, and this will be done. So I'm not going to show all my house, I'm just showing one detail. So all I've done is the edging of the inside of my roof. I've done quartz blocks, so I've got a wall edging up the top, and I did spruce for my second floor. But here we go, here is the finished product. So all I've done to the front here, I've made a fence here with Netherrack and some slabs and a green oak leafing on top. This is my backyard. I'll link down below my 5 tips to improve your backyard, and it's exactly how I designed mine, my height, outdoor entertaining area. I added a little detail down the back here with a clothesline. I use barrier blocks. If you don't have them, use string and banners. I think it looks really cute for like towels hanging up. So this is my garden, very simple suburban. Now the inside, I kept it simple. I've made an entryway here. All my walls, I have the quartz pillars down the bottom, like around the inside of the house, because they kind of look like little wood paneling details. You can see the white roof edging that I mentioned, and then the slabs. Very simple on the inside. I did add a fireplace, little toaster, my kitchen here. I kind of also tried to keep it very open plan, so I've got a formal dining room here though, connected to my kitchen. All my lights, I use glowstone, and I've just covered them up on the second floor by using carpets or putting walls where they were. This is meant to be a bathroom. I forgot to decorate it. And I also didn't decorate the top floor because it's up to you what you want to do. The way that I worked this one here is I used the full blocks to cover up the roofing. Where I couldn't use full blocks, I used slabs, and then I used carpet on the bottom to hide any of the walls from the top poking through, or glowstone. I used staircases to hide my roofing here. I think little awkward spaces like this for roofs are okay. I think they're quite common in second story houses, so I wouldn't worry too much, and it adds a little bit more, kind of a more unique detail to your house. But there we go. There is how to build a Netherrack house in Minecraft. Really simple to do. I've shown you all the details of the roofing that you need to know. Gardens and interiors are up to you. But like always guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and like always, thank you. Bye!